I'm telling you, EA knew this was going to happen, or they knew that this was going to be a risk. That if they continued on with BioWare, that they would be risking the entire company, and that's what's happening. BioWare is going to shut down.
Mass Effect Andromeda, which has received nothing but criticism following them closing their own forums. All you have is this sequel. That is all you have in the near future. You have nothing else, nothing on the horizon but this apparent terrible sequel.
The new Mass Effect Andromeda is coming out, and it's looking pretty interesting. This is why I don't play games anymore. Thank you, BioWare. God bless you.
So this is Louis, and it is currently the early morning still. I didn't get much sleep last night, but I actually have discovered the latest scandal with Mass Effect Andromeda. Be sure to pre-order, from Play Asia, because this is going to be Game of the Year material. The latest fucking scandal, the latest mockery of this game, which I don't think this is an accident. There's a lot of people giving BioWare the benefit of the doubt in this way, and I know that some of you will see this article that I will cite. It's not the only one, but I will cite this article on the fact that according to multiple people that have no skin in this game as it relates to hating BioWare, have discovered that in the character customization, in Andromeda, you can't make someone of a lighter skin tone. That is correct. In the character customization, you can't actually make a white character. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't fucking believe it until I started looking into it. And yes, they've actually confronted the developers that in character customization, there is no pale skin tone, okay? I know it sounds unbelievable. I know people are going to be listening to this and saying, Louis, there's no fucking way. There's no way that that's true. But apparently, it is true. They have spoken to multiple developers whether this is going to be patched, and the answer is no. The answer is no, they are not going to patch this. It's not a matter of not just being day one. They are not going to patch this. And you ask, well, Louis, why are they not going to patch this? And that is because this is intentional. This is not a mistake. This is not their incompetence. This is them doing this willfully and intentionally. This is them putting the only skin tones as olive or darker. And let's be clear, okay? I don't have an issue with playing an Asian character, whether that is East Asian or, from the Indian subcontinent or wherever, from the Middle East. I don't have an issue with characters that are not white. I don't have that issue. However, as it relates to character customization, whether it's this game or Fallout 4 or any other game that allows you to customize your protagonist, you should allow for all skin tones. I'm pretty sure that everyone on the face of this earth can agree with that as a standard. Whether it is anyone playing a game from Japan or playing a game here in the West, if you allow for character customization, not every game has to, but if it allows for character customization, you should allow for the skin tones that exist, not just in that universe, but in reality. Every game that I can think of, we're talking like 15 years of games that have character customization, they have allowed for every sort of skin tone. There's only so many fucking skin pigmentations that really need to be presented, because people on this earth are only so different from one another. I know that we like to make a big deal about race. We like to make a big deal about the difference of appearance. Appearances, when it comes to human beings, they're really not all that different. We really don't look all that different from one another, despite the racial differences. So for there to be no option as it relates to lighter skin tones, which includes East Asian and also other nationalities beyond just Europe, okay, it's not just Irish folk or Scots or whoever that have lighter skin tones. There are a range of nationalities with lighter skin tones. So for that to not be an option in this game is not unintentional. It is not because of any mistake on their part. The content is not there because they chose not to include it. And I am certain of that. And I know people are going to say, whoa, is this when you're going to fucking start speaking up about, protecting the white man and all this sort of bullshit? No, I don't care. As I said many times, and as I said to fucking JonTron, as I said to him, I am an individualist. Skin color means zero to me. I know people want to get into the minutia of, how do people scale on IQ or fucking whatever else. Not that JonTron brought that up. I'm just saying people have brought that up. I don't care that in the U.S. or wherever Asians are overrepresented or are disproportionately wealthy compared to other people or other immigrants. I don't care that black people are disproportionately represented in crime statistics despite being a minority. I don't care about these different factors and these different statistics as it relates to any kind of assumption about people with certain skin colors or certain skin pigmentation. I do not fucking care. As it relates to character customization in this game, it is inappropriate for a game company to be doing this. If this was a game company going out of its way that has a checkered history with anti-white sentiment or any other kind of racial sentiment, and that was the sentiment of developers, and then it occurred in the game, I'd be calling that out. Because we don't need the politicization of gaming, which is what this is. This is a game being built on the foundation of ideology, where the ideology is coming first. It's been pretty clear for quite a while now, if you've played BioWare games, that they are functioning based on how much they can cram into every single one of their games, and in every way possible, their ideological sentiment. And this is just another instance of that. People could say that I'm going too far and that I don't have concrete evidence, but it is not unintentional. It is not a coincidence. This was deliberately excluded. This was done intentionally. And what it does is that it does give ammunition to the people that want to collectivize racial groups. They want to make a point about white people versus everybody else. This gives them ammunition. It doesn't give ammunition to me, the individualist that is trying to minimalize any notion of race, any division based on race, any sense of collectivizing or classifying a race. I absolutely disagree with that. That is antithetical to what I believe. And yet, we have yet another example of this in the opposite direction that is giving cause to the people out there saying that there is an anti-white sentiment out there in the West, that it exists, that this is not coming from some foreign nation. You would expect it in a very homogenous culture that doesn't have, if any, white people. Very many or if any white people, okay? We're not talking about that. We're talking about fucking Canada, okay? That's what we're talking about. As it relates to a company that apparently has anti-white sentiment, that is excluding lighter skin tones, which is not just white, but lighter skin tones overall from their products. For those that are out there that wanted to and are boycotting this fucking game based on the racial sentiment of its developers, now you have a concrete example of why you should be boycotting this. And again, I'm not saying to boycott this game. I'm not saying to do that. I don't agree with a boycott of this game. I think if you're not going to buy it, it should be based on the lack of fucking quality. PewDiePie just put up a video just ruthlessly and sincerely mocking this piece of shit. of a game, because it is very easy to mock it, and it deserves to be mocked. Because the people behind this game are arrogant cocksuckers. All of them. Every last one of them. And I don't care if there are people going after their developers right now. I don't care. I sincerely do not. You know why? Because they are all talentless. And this product shows you that. People are going after the woman that's responsible for the animation. That's fine by me, because she is evidently fucking talentless based on what we've seen. So you can expect people to be saying shit about that, because they're going to be the ones that are going to have to buy the product. That's what we're talking about here. A negotiation between whether a consumer wants to buy a product that is evidently shit, and being that they're now deciding not to buy it, or, criticizing it prior to purchase, they have every right to do that, because this is not a quality product by anyone's estimation. There's a whole slew of articles that just came out talking about how everyone on the face of this fucking planet is mocking Mass Effect Andromeda. Everyone. And it's fair. It's all fair. Because this game, by its own appearance, by its own official trailers, looks like shit. That has nothing to do with me. That has nothing to do with PewDiePie. That has nothing to do with anyone other than the talentless fucking developers at BioWare shoveling out this piece of undercooked shit. I have not decided, and you have not heard from me yet, I don't believe I've ever said one way or the other, whether I'm going to buy this game or not. I have not seen one good thing said of it so far. Not one good thing. Not one redeeming trait. Nothing. No qualifiers. No nothing. Just all bad. All bad. From people that don't have any fucking stake in this. That just want to play the game and see how it is. They all say it's terrible. Every single last one. I don't see the demo that they've released as any kind of exception to what the rest of the game is going to be. You start with your best footing and your best content at the beginning of a fucking game to highlight what this game is. And everyone that's played it has said that it's fucking trash. And that begs the question of whether the rest of the game is going to be in any way better than what's already been presented. And the answer is no. It's very clear in that. Because I've played games before. I've played many games in my time, and I can't think of a single one where it started out as total dog shit and magically became great by the end. That never has happened. That has not happened with a single game that I've played. And unfortunately, I just have to decide for myself, and largely for you guys, many of whom want me to play this, want me to stream it, want me to play it, want me to go fucking hog wild on this fucking piece of shit. But I have to decide whether I'm going to pick this up or not. But regardless of whether or not I decide to play this piece of shit, there is one constant, one thing that I have said and continue to say and will say again. I've been saying this for longer than a year. People have been saying 6 months. That's not true. I've been saying this for over a year, almost 2 years, if I remember correctly. I've been saying this consistently, that this company will not survive this game. When this game releases, this will be the final product released by BioWare. You will see this company consolidated by the end, or closed, scuttled entirely, by the end of next year. By the end of 2018. I was about to say 19. By the end of 2018, this fucking company will be done with. And that is because of the quality of their products and the fact that no one's going to buy this game. People are saying, oh, it might be successful. No, it won't. Who's going to fucking buy this game when everyone, including PewDiePie, the biggest names out there, are shitting all over it, are mocking it relentlessly prior to release? When release is right around the fucking corner, ladies and gentlemen. We're almost there. And people are just flooding Twitter, Reddit, every social media network, just flooding those networks with memes mocking this game, showcasing it as a total piece of shit. This company will not survive this release. This company will close. And this game is the final nail in the fucking coffin. You can quote me on that. This game is the end of BioWare. And when it should pass that this company closes, you will see a fucking video by me doing nothing more than smearing the faces of those that made fun of me in the shit of this company. Because that is what this company is, and that is all it fucking produces at this point. Garbage. Absolute, irredeemable, indefensible fucking garbage. I am the one that has faced that fact, and I will be the one to hang it in your fucking faces when it comes to pass. And it is on the way. It is going to happen. So just sit back and wait for that fucking video, because I know that sometime between now and the end of next year, I'm going to be doing that video. I will be doing it. Maybe I'll fucking go balls out and pressure Sargon to put it on his fucking channel, just so I can say emphatically how right I am, how right I was, how right I continue to fucking be about this issue, and how fucking stupid everyone that said I was wrong is and will look when the inevitable happens. When you produce irredeemable, indefensible shit consistently that fails to meet the bare fucking margins of what is a successful fucking video game. If it fails to meet that standard in any way, shape, or form, you are dooming yourself to be scuttled as a business, because as a business, you have failed. Most of you that are listening to this have heard me say this before. You've heard me multiple times in the past say this exact same thing. And I don't need to keep repeating myself. We'll just have to wait and see. Thanks for listening.